which for me is writing that.
Hi everybody, welcome to another edition of our O-level maths TikTok live. Let me just get this in place. Okay, so my name is Coach Nawas. As per the usual, I will be hosting this live for the next 1 hour. And yes, this is the game that we are hosting today. What am I saying? Thank you, Dila. Hi, Dila. So if you guys are in my TikTok right now, please help me to like and share the live. And also help me to join the Kahoot. Okay, so the game pin for tonight is 125326. Okay, so we don't have any participants at the moment. Can you all see my screen? Huh? Yeah, it looks quite clear, right? Oh, yeah, you can see the screen there. Yeah. I don't think there's a need to adjust anything. You all can hear me, I hope. I jumped off a jetty as part of my school tradition and I low-key want to jump again. Oh, okay. Just be careful lah, because, there's cases of, people jumping off the jetty and then they, you can fill in the blanks, huh? Yeah. I once jumped off a jetty. Well, I didn't jump off a jetty. I once applied to become an outward bound instructor. Yeah, I once applied to become an outward bound instructor, and as part of the application process, you had to go through like a certain kind of what do you call it? At most, my thighs were hurting. That's all. Okay. Yeah, so I was talking about this experience I had applying to become an outward bound instructor. So I had to go to Ubin, Pulau Ubin, and then they brought us there on a ferry, and then halfway, well, I wouldn't say halfway, but when we were like about 100 meters from the jetty, we had to jump off the ferry and just swim to shore. Hi Huda. Hi. Are you a secondary 4 student? Because today's Kahoot is more for Sec 4 students. But if you're younger and you want to just give it a try, that's fine. Hi, Love Me Not. Hello. Hi to everybody who's joining in today. I hope you all can see my MasterMaths logo there. Okay, so today I've got I'm wearing official merchandise by MasterMaths. So, well, we don't actually sell a t-shirt. Oh, you're in Sec 1. Great. I mean, you can give it a try, but some of these questions might be a bit difficult. But I mean, if you get the top spot, you get $10 for your popular voucher. NGL jetty jump was fun, but it's all over. Okay. Which jetty is this? Oh, Love Me Not is from Primary 5. Okay, guys, help me to like and share the live, and help me to join the Kahoot. We've got 5 participants as of now. Yeah. Oh, West Coast Park. Wow. I didn't... Oh, yeah. There is a jetty at West Coast Park. Okay. Poly Marina. Okay. Nice. So you got yourself all wet, I guess. I'm going to be camping at West Coast Park during the June holidays. Say Smart Sloth. Smart Sloth. Smart Sloth. Hi Shauki Hadi, help me to like and share the live, please. Okay, great. Today we got a lot of participants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll start in a couple of minutes. I mean, it's still quite early, 7:35. Usually I start at about 7:40 lah. I start at about 7:40. Is it secondary or primary? This is secondary. Tonight is my period from 7:30 to 8:30 is secondary. If you're here for primary, then you want to stick around at 8:30. You have Coach Mo. Coach Mo is going to come in and he's going to do secondary level. Okay, I've got great. I've got 8 participants today. I think because today I do it at home lah, so maybe the Wi-Fi is better, the connection is better. Maybe lah, I don't know. Maybe next time I should just do it from home. So I'm doing this from the comfort of my living room. Thankfully, none of my family members are around. Where is Coach Sharul? Sharul, he always never come for MasterMath. Oh, I must tell Coach Sharul that someone is missing him. He always never come. So what happens when he doesn't come? Are you getting paid to do this? Yes, thankfully. You know, I mean, I've not yet become a slave for MasterMaths. You know, in the olden days, if you're a slave, your boss tell you to do, you just do. Then you don't get paid in wages. You get paid in food. But thankfully, we live in modern society where Coach Irfan, you heard this. So we live in a modern society where I exchange something for something lah. So I put in 1 hour of my service, and then MasterMaths gets some form of recognition online. You know, we try to drum up some interest. Guys, by the way, we've got 4 centers all across Singapore. Now we've got 4 centers all across Singapore. Tampines, we've got one at Farrer Park, we've got one at Woodlands, and we've got one in Jurong East, I believe. So wherever you are in Singapore, if you need help with your maths, please come down to MasterMaths. Go over to our website. I believe it's mastermaths.com.sg. Is that our website? Let me check. How do I get to my website? Oh, never mind lah. Let me check using my iPad. Okay, we will start the Kahoot in 2 minutes lah. We'll start the Kahoot in 2 minutes. What's with the 6-7, guys? You all everything 6-7. Huh? 67. I hope that I will be able to live until the age of 67. It's a nice age to live to. Nowadays people are dying at a very young age. Guys, mastermaths.com.sg. See, I got the website here on my iPad. Okay, you see? So get on our website. And join our courses. Okay, join our courses. Okay, we cater to primary 3 onwards all the way until sec 4, sec 5. Okay, I think we shall begin lah. Shall we begin? It's 7:38. Tung sahur. Hi. Okay, let's begin. How do I start this? Let me move. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start. Okay, I hope you all are ready. I'm gonna click start. O-level live stream 6. Okay, it's full screen. I hope that doesn't affect things. Okay, are you all ready? Yes, you are, right? Okay, let's begin. Okay, there are 5 integers. Alamak, cut off. This better. There are 5 integers. The mean of these integers is 16, or a bit smaller. The mode is 13 and the range is 7. Find the 5 integers. Okay, yeah, because you want to fit everything into that screen, the words will appear a bit smaller. Che, why you so handsome? Hey, I'm not giving you the popular voucher just because you said that. What's the code? Alamak, the code is there lah. 125326. Okay, maybe I type it out here lah. 125326. Sometimes these people who say you're very handsome and all that, they tend to be like old guys, you know. And then like, you see all these people, why tonight like suddenly got all these people coming in and disturbing me. Maybe I didn't do enough salawat today. Love me not skip. You cannot skip. You must just try, okay? Just give it a try. Okay, so what are the 5 integers? So the mean of these integers is 5, the mode is 13, and the range is 7. Find the 5 integers. So range is maximum minus minimum. Okay, so the answer is 13, 13, 15, 19 and 20. Okay, 13, 13, 15, 19 and 20. How come there's two possible answers. Oh, there's two possible answers. I didn't realize that. Okay, so it can either be 13, 13, 15, 19 and 20 or 13, 13, 16, 18 and 20. Okay, so we have Blue Wild Beast in the lead with 987 points. Congratulations to Blue Wild Beast. Okay, but of course to the rest of y'all, there are many more questions coming up, so don't give up lah. Okay, in second place we have how do I pronounce this? Merful Panther, and the rest of y'all, you're not on the board yet. No points for y'all. Okay, let's move on to the next question, guys. So please ask your friends to come in and join. The game pin is again 125326. 125326. Santosh, you're in. Santosh, why did you join in a bit late today? Hi, Santosh. Tomorrow I going online. Oh, okay, sure. No worries, man. If you can't make it to the physical class, if you want to do it online, that's fine. Just pay attention lah. Put away your phone now when you are going through the lesson. I came back from school. I came back from shooting. What did you shoot? Okay, targets. Okay. Oh, you're in NCC, is it? Are you in NCC? You can't hear me. Alamak, is that the same for everybody else? Can you all hear me, guys? I hope you all can hear me. Okay, so answer here is A union B and then bracket prime. Okay, thank you Sheila Farziana for for letting me know that you can hear me. Are you a secondary school student, Sheila? Okay, so we have Blue Wild Beast in top place with 987 points. Sec 3, okay, fantastic. Santosh is also in Sec 3. Aren't you, Santosh? Yeah, so my Sec 3 classes at Farrer Park Saturday morning. 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. If you're joining the E-Maths class, if you're joining A-Maths, it's 10:45 to 10:45 to 12:15. Okay, fantastic. I'm glad that you are able to join us today, Sheila Farziana, and I hope you can get other friends of yours to join in as well. Why is your class at 9 a.m. Your Sec 3s can focus? Well, I mean, it is what it is, Dila. I can't choose the timing. I mean, if you are a student, then by right, 9 o'clock you should be able to focus lah. I mean, you should be awake at about 6, right? I mean, if you wanna make something of yourself, you should wake up before the sun rises. You're going to the toilet. Okay. I just continue the quiz, alright, Santosh? Okay, so as usual, we will show you all the solutions at the end of the Kahoot. Alright, we'll show you all the solutions at the end of the Kahoot. Okay, list the elements of P prime intersect Q. Alright, so when the U is inverted like that, guys, it's intersect. Okay, so P prime intersect Q. P here is prime numbers, so P prime would be composite numbers. And then Q here are factors of 20. So is it 4, 10? Is it 4, 5, 10? Is it 3, 7, 11? Or is it 5? So the integers here are between 3 and 13. So which one would it be? So you have to list out the elements. Sir, I quite old already, can still sit in and listen. I used to love maths. Of course, yeah, no problem. Please, yeah, just sit in and maybe actually if you've got a phone and you want to join the Kahoot, you can go to kahoot.it and key in the game pin. Okay, it's 125326. If you win the prize for yourself, you can get a $10 popular voucher. So the top ranking student will get the $10 popular voucher. The top ranking participant from the Kahoot. You passed your math. Fantastic. Good for you, Huda. So the answers here are 4 and 10. 4 and 10. I hope you all figured out how to do that. My maths rusty already. Yeah, I mean, if I wasn't a tutor, my maths would probably be rusty as well. If I wasn't a tutor, my maths would probably be rusty as well. Oh wow, we've got someone who's at the who's taken over the first place from Blue Wallabies. We have Wondrous Snail in top place with 1,602 points. I wonder who this Wondrous Snail is. Definitely a wondrous snail. A snail who can do maths. Okay, question 4. 8 blank A. So which of these symbols do you use to complete the statement? Okay, to complete, not each statement lah. In this case, it will be the statement, right? The statement. Alright, so A here are prime numbers and B here are factors of 15. So, well, there's no B in this question. So if A is a prime number, what is 8? Is 8 a subset of A, or is 8 an element of A, or is it not an element of A? What is it? Well, it's not an element of A, right? Because 8 is not a prime number. 8 is not a prime number. Very good to those of y'all who got it correct. 3 of y'all got it correct. Okay, so we have 2,000. We have Wondrous Snail with 2,385 points, followed by Dandy Ferret with 1,725 points, and Blue Wild Beast is down to 1,713 points. All right. Okay, it's 7:47 already. I think we are halfway through the Kahoot. We are somewhat halfway through the Kahoot. 6 of 13. Okay, question 5. Now, 15. 15 here is an element, right? An element. So, where should we put it in? Okay. Which one of these symbols do we use to complete the statement? So, I think this is like a continuation from the previous part, the previous question. Okay, we've got people answering. We've got 5 answers already on the board. 30 seconds left, guys. 30 seconds left. Actually, Dila, interestingly, this 9 a.m. class, right? I have quite a number of students in it. I have quite a number of students in the 9 a.m. class. So I think it's good that that they put it at 9 a.m. lah, because I can give my tuition and then I can go on and do the rest of my stuff. Okay. Yeah, nobody seems to fall asleep in my class, fortunately. Okay, let's see who is in first place. First place, we have Blue Wild Beast. Okay, so Blue Wild Beast is back on top. 2,539 points, followed by Wondrous Snail and Dandy Ferret. Who is Blue Wild Beast, by the way? Can you indicate in the comments so I know who you are? Who is Blue Wild Beast? Oh, nice, Shah. Thank you for joining. You're the 6'7" person, the guy who asked me to say 6'7". Okay, so the 6'7" has not affected you yet lah. All right. Fantastic. Keep it up. Okay, find the median time for Group A. What's the median time for Group A, guys? It's a bit small lah. Maybe I try to zoom in a bit lah. Okay, the times taken by 2 groups of students, Group A and Group B, to complete a puzzle were recorded. The results were shown in the stem and leaf diagram. So, for Group A, we have 29, 32, 40, 42. Cannot see option. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I guess I have no choice but to zoom out. So, what's the median time for Group A? So, Group A, you have how many students is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I couldn't finish counting. Okay, so the answer is 51 here. The answer is 51. Let me zoom out a bit more. Okay, so Wondrous Snail is back on top. Hello to Shashif89 who just joined us, and to everybody else who's joining us. Welcome to my TikTok live stream. Okay, so this is secondary school maths. So if you're someone who's into secondary school maths, you're taking the O-levels at the end of the year, or maybe you're taking the O-levels next year, I mean, pay attention for the next half an hour lah. Alright, so I will be here until 8:30 p.m. I'll be here until 8:30 p.m. And after we go through all the questions in the Kahoot, I'm going to show you guys the solutions to those questions. Alright, I'm going to show you all the solutions to those questions. Alright, welcome all those who are in here. I've got, how many people do I have on the Kahoot today? Sorry, I've got 12 people on my TikTok. Find the interquartile range of group B. So same as the previous question in terms of the data, but in this case we have this interquartile range that we need to find. Okay, wow, that was fast. Okay, so the correct option was 25. Okay, so you know that interquartile range is when you take your upper quartile minus your lower quartile, right? Your upper quartile minus your lower quartile. Okay, and Wondrous Snail is still on top with a grand total of 2,994 points. So it looks like nobody's catching the snail, which is kind of funny. Can you imagine everybody running after a snail? Okay, so would the IQR or SD be a better representation of the spread of data for group B? So do you choose the interquartile range or the standard deviation in this case? Okay, so which would be a better spread? Or which would be a measure of spread, a better measure of spread? Okay, yeah. Which would be a better measure of spread? Okay, so well, we have 4 people answering IQR and 3 people answering SD. The correct answer here, IQR, interquartile range. Okay, why? Later we'll go through lah. Later we'll go through. Okay, so we have a new leader at the top. Unfortunately, Wondrous Snail did not get the last question correct. And so we have a new leader. We have Maful Panther. Oh, that's you, Huda. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, so end-to-end stuff. This is like a very thrilling title race. Let's see who ends up on top. Question number 9. The babies look scary. Okay, so what's this? The graph below shows the crude birth rate, live births per 1,000 population estimated at mid-year in a country G from the year 2017 to 2020. So explain how the graph above may be misleading. Yeah, so which is the misleading aspect of this graph? Okay, so there are 2 correct answers here. There are 2 correct answers. So you can either say that it is unclear whether to use the height or the area of the baby picture. Can anyone take over me? We are almost done. We're almost done, Huda. We're almost done. Okay, I think we're coming to the end of the questions. Okay. So Huda is still at the top. Okay, Huda is still on top. She's got an answer streak of 3 and a total number of points of 4,261. Wow. All right. Is this the last question? Maybe the second last question. Question 10. Okay, so a class took a science test and a history test. The box and whisker plots below show their results. Okay, so Oliver scored 78 marks for both the science test and history test, sorry. Explain whether Oliver did better for the history test or the science test. Yeah, so what do you think? Is it science or history? So he scored the same marks for both, but which one did he do better in? Okay, so he did better for history because his history marks lie within the top 25%. Very good, yep. Okay, and with that, I think, are we out of questions? Maful Panther is the top. Oh, no, we have another question here. Find the probability that 2 students born in May have their birthdays on different days. Okay, so how do we go about solving this? Is it 1 out of 31? Is it 1 out of 961? Is it 30 out of 31? Is it 30 out of 961? So which is it? What's the answer? Okay, we've got 6 answers so far. We are down to our final 50 seconds. Hi Hensley, welcome to the TikTok live. Hi. Alright, so the answer here is 30 out of 31. Okay, have their birthdays on different days. Alright, so okay, so I'm glad that this is inside here. So guys, just to share with you all, okay, maybe I don't use this. Let me use something else. Okay. Can you all see this? Jeng, jeng, jeng. So happening in June, we're gonna have our usual crash course, okay, for PSLE Maths, PSLE Science, PSLE English, O-Level E-Maths, O-Level A-Maths, Secondary 2 Maths. So this is happening from the 8th to the 11th of June. Alright, 8th to the 11th of June. And I will be doing Sec 2 Maths. I'll be doing Sec 2 Maths. If you are signing up as a Sec 2 Maths student, then I will be the one teaching you over the period of I don't think it's done over 3 days. I think my crash course is only on 1 day, but the entire thing is from 8 to 11 June lah, basically. Alright, so if you are interested and you want to join in, you can use our promo code here. Okay, can you all see the promo code? It's over here lah. Okay, the one at the bottom right. Okay, you can get 10% off using the promo code early1, and that's valid until 31st May. Okay, 31st May. And if you register 3 courses or more, you can get a further 5% off using the promo code M2 bundle. Okay, so there are some promo codes here that you can use. So if you're interested and you want your parents to send you for this, maybe you can screenshot the screen right now and then tell your parents about this. Okay, of course, we have Coach Irfan. I believe he's always doing PSLE Maths. PSLE Maths. Maybe the O-Level E-Maths will be done by him as well, or the O-Level A-Maths. Alright, so yeah, just, go down to our website, mastermaths.com.sg, and sign up there. Alright, so with that, I think I should be showing you all this. Wait, hold on. I've done that. What am I saying here? Okay, we're done with our Kahoot. Let's look at who is top for today. So in third place, Blue Wild Beast. In second place, Wondrous Snail. And in first place, with a combined score of 5,785. Why did today's Kahoot fast? Yeah, today's Kahoot is a bit fast. Yeah, but I mean, I think the questions were probably not that difficult. I don't know. So, if you are Merful Panther, listen up. Is that you, Huda? Can you take a screenshot of this, please? Yeah, so whoever you are, take a screenshot of this particular thing that you see here. Can you see? I'm gonna move it a bit further down. Yeah, this is for Sec 4. Well, this was for Sec 4. We're almost done with the Kahoot. Okay, so I mean, after this, I'll just be sharing solutions with you all. Okay. Huda, are you done with the screenshot? With the screenshotting? Have you taken a screenshot of this, Huda? Have you taken a screenshot of this? If you have, okay. Then the next thing I need you to do, Huda, listen up. I have to show you this. Where is that thing? TikTok live stream. Here we go. Okay, so just for Huda, not for anybody else. Since you did get top place today, can I get you to scan this QR code and then fill in the necessary details? And at the same time, that screenshot that you took, can you upload it onto this form? Yeah, so I mean, if you don't want to fill up the form now, you can just take a photo of this and then you can just fill up. You can just fill up your form later. Okay. Thank you, Uda. Okay, so let's share the solutions, guys. Let's share the solutions. Okay, so for the first question, let me try and make this a bit bigger. Just give me a second. Okay, so I hope nobody leaves at this point. I hope you all stay for the solutions. Okay, so I'm going to be here for at least the next 20 minutes. Okay, so there are 5 integers. Okay, so you all should know what an integer is. Can anybody tell me what an integer is in the comments? What is an integer and what is not an integer? Milo Kosong Ping, do you know what an integer is? Okay, I'm going to switch on my fan here. This is the part where I do a bit of teaching lah. Anybody? What's an integer? Okay, so basically an integer is a number that is not a decimal. It is not a fraction. Okay, it is not a decimal. It is not a fraction. It is a whole number. It can be a negative value. It can be like negative 16 or negative 20. Those are also integers. Okay, but in this case, our integers are all positive. Right? They are all positive. So the mean of these integers is 16, the mode is 13, and the range is 7. Now, what do we mean when we say mean? So mean and mode are basically measures of central tendency lah. Okay, so in statistics, when you learn statistics, you learn that mean is when you add up all the values and then you divide it by the number of values. And then mode is when you have like the most number of that number. The most times that number repeats itself. Okay, that's the mode. Now, the range here is, as you can see in the solution, maximum minus minimum. Alright, maximum minus minimum. So, we can say that, okay, what are the 5 integers? There's a bit of guess and check happening here. So, if the mean is 16, the total sum would be 80, right? 16 times 5. 16 times 5, that will give you a total sum of 80. Now, the mode is 13, which means that there must be at least 2 numbers which are 13. Of the 5, there should be at least 2 numbers which are 13. So if we start off with 13, 13, and then 16 is the third number. I mean, so basically these 2 sets of numbers here, they basically fit the criteria that we're talking about here. Alright, so the criteria is that the total sum must be 80. So it can be either 13, 13, 16, 18, 20, or it can be 13, 13, 15, 19, 20. Again, why is the maximum number 20? Because the range is 7. Alright, the range is 7. Okay, and if you try any other 5 numbers, you'll find that you don't get a total sum of 80 and you don't get a range that's 7. Okay, so in this question, there's a bit of guesswork taking place. There's some guesswork taking place. Alright, so that was question number 1. Okay, let's go into question number 2. Use set notation to describe the shaded region. Alright, so in this case, now, when you have A and B and they overlap each other, you can say that the entire, the 2 circles, including the part where they overlap, that would be A union B. That would be A union B, basically what you see inside the bracket. But they are asking for the shaded region, right? So the shaded region is everything other than these 2 circles that have overlapped. The shaded region is everything other than these 2 circles that have overlapped. So they will be A union B bracket prime. You can write it like that. You can also write it as A prime intersect B prime. Why is that? Because essentially, whatever is outside your A and whatever is outside your B, when you look at them, when you intersect the two of them, you will get that shaded region outside those two circles. So this is under the topic of set language and notation. This is under the topic of set language and notation. So this is an important topic for our Sec 4s. When you get to Sec 4, this is something that you'll be doing. Okay, and sometimes it's a bit related to probability. Okay, it's a bit related to probability. So they can mix it up with questions from probability. Alright, so make sure you know this well. Huh? Okay, question number 3. So we have here integers from 3 and 13. So from 3 but below 13. Alright, so not including 13. So again, remember what I said about integers. So integers are not fractions, they are not decimals. So what are the values of x that we have here? We can have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so basically like 10 numbers lah. 10 numbers, 3 all the way until 12. Now, of those 10 numbers, 4 of them are prime numbers. Okay, 3, 5, 7 and 11. So we know what prime numbers are, right? Prime numbers are basically numbers that are divided or can be divided by only 2 factors. The number itself and 1. Alright, so 3 can only be divided by 3 and 1. 5 can only be divided by 5 and 1. 7 can only be divided by 7 and 1. So on and so forth. Okay, so those are prime numbers. Now, what are the factors of 20? So the factors of 20 are 4, 5 and 10. 4, 5 and 10. Alright, so if I were to be looking for something where it's P prime intersect Q, right? So remember, when it's in inverted U, it's intersect. When it's a U itself, it's union. So these are two different processes here lah. So firstly, when we talk about P prime is anything that is not a prime number, right? So the dash on top of the P, that's referring to the complement of P. That's referring to the complement of P. So the complement of P here is basically numbers which are not prime numbers. Okay, outside this set of 4 prime numbers. Okay, so things like 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, those would be P prime. Alright, now of those numbers which fall into P prime, which of them are also factors of 20? Well, there's only 2 of them, 4 and 10. Okay, so here your answer will be 4 and 10, right? So the the elements that are in P prime intersect Q would be 4 and 10. Okay, I hope you all are with me on this, and I hope this explanation has helped you to better understand this topic. This is also under set language and notation. It's also under set language and notation. So for your siblings who are in Sec 4, or your siblings or your friends who are in Sec 4, this would be something that they would learn. Okay, question number 4. Okay, I've got about 10 minutes left in this live stream, so hopefully I can cover the rest of the questions. Now, here we are expanding the universal set a bit. Universal set is that thing right on top, right? When you see that thing that looks like an E, okay, it's not really an E, it's a Greek letter. Okay, I think it's epsilon. Okay, I might be wrong, but I think it's epsilon. It's the symbol for universal sets. So universal sets are basically whatever your discussion is on, they basically encompass everything. Alright, they encompass the whole thing. So A and B would be within the universal set. Okay, so in A here we have prime numbers, but now our range has grown. So we're not just talking about 3, 5, 7 and 11 like in the previous example. We're going from 2 all the way to 19. So what you see here are all your prime numbers from 2 to 19. Okay? Now, what are the factors of 15? Now, factors of 15 here will be 1, 3, 5 and 15. Okay? So use one of the symbols below to complete the statement. So the statement here is you have 8 blank A. So what goes into the blank? Well, obviously, A, you're talking about prime numbers, right? So does 8 have anything to do with A? No, because 8 is not a prime number. 8 is not a prime number. So because 8 is not a prime number, the symbol we have here is not an element for A. Alright, so when you have that E that looks like a harpoon, and then you have a line that cuts across it, sorry. So that means not an element. Alright, not an element. So 8 is not an element of A. Now, what about 15? Is 15 an element of B? Of course. Alright, so one of the factors of 15 would be 15 itself, right? 1, 3, 5, and 15 are all factors of 15, and 15 itself is a factor of 15. So, in this case, 15 is an element of B, but what you notice about the 15 here is that it is being put in those braces. Okay, the 15 here comes with the braces. So this is a bit of a trick. So because it has those braces, this 15 itself is considered a set in its own, in its own right lah. The 15 itself is a set, but it is a set within the set of B. Right? So it's what you call a subset. It's what you call a subset. Okay, and not only is it a subset, it is a proper subset. So all these terms, proper subset, element, universal set, you all need to go and revise your set language and notation to know about it a lot better lah. Okay. Now we go into more of statistics. Now, the times taken by two groups of students, group A and group B, to complete a puzzle were recorded. Now, results were shown in the stem and leaf diagram. Alright, stem and leaf diagram. So the thing about a stem and leaf diagram, it always comes with a key, guys. It comes with a key. So you see here, the key is that number the number inside, between the two, the number between those two lines, that number is actually, for group A, it is in the ones place. But for group B, sorry, let me say it again. For group A, wait a minute. Oh, right. No, I'm reading it wrong. Okay, so for group A, when you have a 2 line 3, that means 32 minutes, right? Yeah lah. So essentially that number in the middle is the number in the tens place. The number in the tens place. Okay, my bad. Okay, so the number in the middle, so you must read it. You must read the data carefully. So the numbers in the middle, in between those two lines, that is in the tens place. So when you have a 9 and a 2, it's not 92, it's 29. Okay, it's 29. So the reason they do this is because they want to be able to represent the data in a very efficient manner. In a stem and leaf diagram, they are trying to represent the data in a very efficient manner. Okay, so group A, you've got a couple of numbers here. So each number is referring to a student. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you've got 9 students in group A. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Also 9 students in group B. Now, what are they asking for? Oh, the median time for group A. Okay, so if you've got 9 students in a group, how do you go about finding the median time? Okay, very simple. What you do is you first need to find the middle position. Okay, so the middle position in this case is 9 plus 1 divided by 2, which is the 5th position. Okay, so let's go back to our data and ask ourselves, which number is in the 5th position? So counting from the smallest number is 29, second smallest 32, the third number is 40, the fourth number is 42, the 5th number, which is the number we're interested in, is 51. Alright, so the median for group A will be 51 minutes, right? 51 minutes. So there's 2 steps when you want to find median. Number 1, you must first identify the middle position. So you can use this formula, the n plus 1 divided by 2 formula. Okay. Secondly, once you have that position, what you can do is you can go to your data and then identify that particular position. What is the time involved? So in this case, the time involved is 51 minutes. Now find the interquartile range for group B. Okay, so for interquartile range, when you have discrete data, when you have numbers like this, it can be a bit confusing to find interquartile range. So let's try and do this together. Okay, so interquartile range. So that means I must take my Q3 minus my Q1 to get my interquartile range. So what's my Q3? Okay, so Q3, when you have When you have 9, that means, okay, your Q3 will be the median of the top half. So what's the top half here? The top half here is basically okay, so 9, so the fifth number is the middle one. So I've got 5, the fifth number is the middle one. I've got 4 in my bottom half and 4 in my top half. Now, for the 4 in my top half, which are the 4 in the top half? This one, 96, 61, 62, and 54. Okay, so to find the Q3, I must take the middle two. Okay, and the middle two will be 61 and 62. So my Q3 for group B is actually 60.5. 60.5. Now, what's my bottom half? My bottom half is 31, 31, 42, 45. Okay, the one that is circled here is the median. Is the median for group B. 31 and 42. 31 and 42, if I were to add them together, I will get, let's use my brain power for this, 73, right? 73. So 73 divided by 2 is 36.5. 36.5. So we have 60.5 minus 36.5. There you go. 60.5. Oh, sorry, 61.5. 61.5 minus 36.5. So this is your IQR, 25. Okay? So it can be a bit confusing when we're doing interquartile range in instances where you have like numbers. You have what we call discrete data, DISCRETE. Alright, so yeah, this is one of those things. Sometimes students, they don't know how to do. This is something that you will come across when you get to Sec 4. Even for NA students, you have to know this. If you're an NA student or you're doing G2 maths. Okay, so would the IQR or SD be a better representation of the spread of data for group B? So because the data 96 minutes is an outlier, therefore IQR will be better, as it would not be affected by outliers. So, very interesting. So just now we were asking, right, whether we should use IQR or SD. So the answer is IQR. Why? Because IQR is not affected by outliers. Okay, which is true. Your SD will be affected by outliers. But both IQR and SD, I hope you all know that both the interquartile range and the standard deviation, they are both used to find your, what do you call this? The measure, to measure the spread of the data. To measure the spread of the data. Okay, question number 6. The graph below shows the crude birth rate, live births per thousand population, estimated at mid-year in country G from the year 2017 to 2020. So yeah, I mean, in Singapore we always talk about birth rate, right, and how our birth rate is falling because students have to take such ridiculous exams. So you know, people decide not to have children. Well, it is what it is, I guess. Okay, explain how the graph above may be misleading. Inconsistent scale on the vertical axis or the differences. Okay, so there's two lah. There's two. It's either the inconsistent scale, because you can see when you look at the scale here, the gap between 10 to 20 and from 20 to 30 and 30 to 40 is like not very uniform. It's not very uniform. No? Can you see? The distance between 10 and 20 and then 20 and 30 and 30 and 40, not the same. It should be the same. And then, excuse me, the other thing is your 10 is so close to the origin. Your 10 shouldn't be very close to the origin. It should be further away from the origin. And then the baby is like growing bigger, but actually what they're talking about? They're talking about the difference in the height. Okay, so they try to attract your attention by, instead of putting bars there, they put pictures of babies. But the problem is when you put the picture of the baby, you want to elongate it like this, it will look very funny. So you have to increase the area or the size of that baby drawing. But when they increase the size of the baby drawing like that, then it makes it look like as if, you know, the increase in the crude births is more than it should be. So all this will make it very misleading. So this one now is just a question of your English, how you say it. So here we provide you this answer where it is unclear whether to use the height or area of the baby picture. Is this for Sec 4? Yes, Shamanda the Great. This is for Sec 4. So, I mean, these are one way, some of the ways that you can use to explain that the graph is misleading. Okay, question number 7. A class took a science test and a history test. The box and whisker plot, you all should know what a box and whisker plot is. So it shows the results, and then Oliver scored 78. So Oliver scored 78 for both science and history. But for science, if you get 78, you're not in the top 25%. Okay, you're not in the top 25%. For history, if you score 78, you are in the top 25%. So therefore, our explanation is like this lah. Oliver did better for history as his history marks lie within the top 25% of his class, whereas his science marks is below the top 25%. Yeah. Okay, so I think usually you get like 1 mark for answering this. Okay, I think this is the last question, and then I can wrap things up. Okay, find the probability that 2 students, both born in May, and May has 31 days. So we're in the month of May. 31st of May is a holiday, guys. Bisa day. But unfortunately, it's a Sunday. Wait, and then the next day is already your June holidays. Okay lah, so you probably won't be able to enjoy it lah. But I think your elder cousins or your parents who are working who are working office hours, they will be able to get their holiday lah. Okay, so find the probability that 2 students both born in May have their birthdays on different days. So the probability that you will get 2 different days means that, okay, so for the first student, I can take 31 out of 31 days. I can take 31 out of 31 days. So that's why I have 31 over 31 like that. But for the second student, I cannot take this 1 day that the first student has. Okay, so of the 31 days, I only have 30 days now. Because the first student already took 1 day, so I'm left with 30 days. Alright, so it's 31 over 31 times 30 over 31, which will give you 30 over 31. Okay, I've got a few more minutes left. What do you all want to do next? Okay, so I will basically end things here. I've gone through the Kahoot. Congratulations once more to Merful Panther. I think Huda is the one who got it. Okay, well done to you. And yeah, let me leave this page. Let me go back to my TikTok. Oh man, where's my TikTok? Okay, here we go. Okay, so yeah, that's about it lah. Any final comments from anybody? Santosh, are you back from the toilet or not? So thank you once more to all those who joined in this 1 hour with me. Okay, really appreciate it. Okay, really appreciate it. I think if there are no more comments, we will end our TikTok live here. Okay, so stay tuned because at 8:30 we have Coach Mo coming up, and Coach Mo is going to go through PSLE maths. So if you're weak in PSLE and you want help for your PSLE maths, then stay tuned lah. So there'll be another Kahoot later on. Alright, everybody. So with that, have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. Hope to see you all again next week for our TikTok live. My name is Coach Nawas, and hope to see you in my class if you're deciding to join us. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.